Dear students, it is one of the parts of my teaching, and actually I tell this number of times to my students, and I now want to remind them about this, and also those who are watching and listening to me for the first time should follow this what I am going to tell you. Listen, first of all, whenever you will learn, you will have a lesson on English, and you will learn it with your teacher, from your teacher. You will take help from your teacher. So whatever the lesson on about text, grammar, writing skill, whatever it may be, first of all, according to me, there is no difference among grammar, text and writing skill, because they are all in English. They are in the same language, English. You are reading the grammar in English, you are reading the text in English, you are writing content in English. So these are all in English. And come to the point. Suppose you are learning a factor on grammar, like tense time. So you have learnt the tense time simple past or simple present or simple future, whatever it may be, you have learnt it. So first of all, you should learn it. Yes. And you should divide it into 4 steps. First, the composition. Second one, identification. Third one, transformation. And fourth one, proper application. What are this? First one, composition. How to compose the sentence on this tense time. As an example, suppose you have learnt simple past. So your first duty is to learn how to compose simple past, and then identification. Yes, how can you identify that this sentence is in simple past? How? And third of all, transformation. How you change the sentence into simple past. Suppose there is a sentence on another tense time, so you will change it into simple past. How? And last of all is the most important step, and this is the proper application of the grammatical item. Okay, so suppose you have learnt simple past and your teacher is giving you to compose some sentences on simple past, and you have written a lot of sentences in simple past. But whenever you are reading your story in textbook, yes, you are reading a story in textbook, try to find out which sentence is in simple past. Try to identify which sentences are in simple past. Yes, and which sentences are in simple past and how they have been used there. In which cases they have been used there, and try to change it in another tense. And whenever there is another sentence with another tense, you try to change it in simple past. Yes, suppose wherever you are reading in textbook, on storybooks or other books, whatever, newspaper, whatever, try to identify which sentences are in simple past. That is called identification. You have learned to compose simple past, but you must identify and you must learn to transform this sentence, transform other sentences into simple past. And the last one is application. In which fields you will apply simple past? In which fields? Yes, in your writing field. But what kind of writing will you write with simple past? Yes, the writing related to any past event, like story writing, like report writing, like any paragraph on your past experience. Suppose your visit to zoo, the organization of annual function in your school, the celebration of Independence Day last year in your school. So try to apply, and you must apply simple past in this writing skill, writing item. Okay, let's come to the next. Suppose you have learned voice change and you are very good at changing voice from passive to active, passive to active, passive to active, active to passive, active to passive, and your teacher have taught you very well to change the passive. What kind of sentence will turn into passive, and how it will turn into passive. But one thing, where you will apply the passive, it is the last point, but in the middle, which sentences are passive in your textbook? While reading a story in your textbook, find out, identify which sentences are in passive mood, which sentences are in passive voice, which sentences are in active voice, and if there is an active voice, you must try to change it into passive voice. Okay, what it will be in passive voice? Yes, you must know, you must learn it. And the third step and the last step is very important, where we will use the passive voice sentences. Yes, if you are given 10 sentences, 100 sentences to change into passive or change into active, and you solved it correctly. Okay, very good. You are good at changing voice. But you have written a story, A Fox and a Crow. You have written a story about a brave boy. From beginning to end, you have not used any sentence on passive voice. You have learned nothing. You have learned nothing. Yes, your learning is incomplete. You have to know the application of passive voice, where you can apply the voice, passive voice. Yes, you must apply the passive voice in story writing. You can apply the passive voice in letter writing. You can apply passive voice in report writing. You can apply passive voice. The perfect field of applying passive voice is processing. It means preparation. Yes, there is a lesson named preparation. There is a chapter in writing skill named preparation. So processing, it means processing. So there you will write a preparation, how to prepare something. So from beginning to end, you apply passive voice. So this is the field of. Suppose you have learned narration change, speech, direct speech, indirect speech, direct speech, indirect speech, indirect speech, direct speech, and you are given 100 sentences to change the speech from direct to indirect, from indirect to direct, it means vice versa. And you have changed all sentences correctly. You have changed the speeches correctly. All sentences are correct. Very good. You have learnt this very well. But you have written a story. You have written a newspaper report. You have written you are reading a story in your textbook. There are a lot of sentences in direct speech. There are a lot of sentences in indirect speech. So try to find out. And then you have written a story, and there must be characters. Story means characters. 2 characters, 3 characters, 1 character, whatever it may be. But you have not given any speech in this story. It means you have not learned properly the speech, the narration change. Yes, you must learn the application of individual grammatical items and the link, the grammatical and the link where they are in your textbook, in your writing skill, in newspaper, in other books, in story books, where they are. Try to find out. Yes, link them with one another. Yes, if you have learnt and grammatical item, so try to find out from your textbook where they are applied. And also, whenever you will write any content, it means you will make any writing skill, apply this, apply your grammatical skill there, apply your grammatical items there. Okay, that is the proper learning of English, whatever it may be, grammar, text, writing. So whenever you are writing, you are reading a story from your textbook. So in the first sentence there is written, once upon a time there lived a king. So first of all you should identify which tense time is it. Yes, who is the subject there, and who are the other parts of this sentence, and how the sentence starts here. Once upon a time. Why is there once upon a time? Because it is related to past, distant past. So you must learn it. You have to learn it from your teacher. Yes, you ask your teacher why it is there. Your teacher will help you. Yes, that is, and then your learning will be complete. Otherwise, your learning will remain incomplete. Okay? I think it's clear to you. So whenever you will learn any grammatical items, learn in 4 steps. First of all, composition, it means how to compose. Second of all, identification, it means how to identify. If you learn to compose, you can identify it. And then third of all, what is third? Third of all, transformation. Yes, transformation. Yes, try to transform it. And last of all, the most important step is called application. Yes, you must know the application of individual grammatical items. If you do not learn the application, your all learning will remain incomplete. Yes. Okay, is that clear? If you watch the video till the end and listen very carefully what I have told in this video, and whenever you will learn something, you will learn anything, must maintain 4 steps. Okay, not only in English but also in any case you are learning about, maintain 4 steps. First of all, composition. Second of all, identification. Third of all, transformation. And fourth of all, application, proper application. Yes, finally you have to apply it. Yes, so you must know the fields where you will apply. Okay, stay home, stay safe, and take care of yourself. Continue with studies.